Hello, hello, hello.
Wow, what is going on? Can you hear me?
What happened?
Can you hear
Yeah, I can
me?
hear you.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
welcome everybody. Apparently, we're having the weirdness starts again tonight from last night. So, welcome to Haunted Soul, or welcome to Beyond the Shadows podcast, hosted by Haunted Souls Paranormal. Today is July 2nd, episode 23. Correct? Yeah.
Yep, 23.
Yeah, 23. I don't know what's going on. It kind of, in the beginning there, it jumped too. So I don't know what's going on. It could be the heat.
It could be.
It is,
It's
it
hot.
is it's
It's
hot.
hot.
It is very hot and stuff. But, let's see. Yeah, so the temperature wise, it is very hot. Yesterday we were here. It feels like we've been here forever. We were here yesterday for a podcast. We were guests.
Yep.
And weird things were happening here last night. Maddie, I think Maddie pooped her pants last night. I think she got scared.
Do we want to start off with that?
Start off with my microphone about to fall off this thing.
Yeah, no, I was sitting here. I was literally sitting here in this couch, and if I look to the left of me, I can see the doorway that leads into the hallway. And I was just sitting here where the podcast was done. We were sitting kind of chit chatting, and I kept looking over like something was gonna happen. And I was like, I kept just looking over in the doorway. And next thing you know, I turned my head and I swear I see Nicole. It's black. It was like almost like it's black. It had like a dark body and then it had black hair. So I turned over, I go, Nicole? Because I thought it was straight up, like I didn't even think it was paranormal. I thought it was Nicole. It was about her same height and everything. And I go, Nicole. And Dad's like, what is going on? I'm like, I swear I just saw Nicole. So we yell at Nicole, we yell out to Eli, no one is here. It's just us. So I'm freaked out. I text Nicole and she goes, it might be the same thing that my dad saw when he was downstairs, and he actually thought it was me too. And it tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, oh man. I said, now we got something that looks like Nicole jumping around or running around in the building. But yeah, no, I was pretty spooked last night because it was clear as day someone that walked right by the doorway.
Yeah, I heard her. She was like, Nicole? Like, really used to see her like, please say yes. I didn't see what I saw.
Yes. And I was like, I texted Nicole. I was like, are you here? Please tell me you are here right now.
Well, then, and then I was
But
like,
yeah, no,
hey,
she
we're going
was
to go
not
search the
here. No
building
one was here.
because I didn't know if somebody was actually in the building. And if people don't understand that, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know who's all on and stuff. And there could be some new people. But we are at a haunted location. We do our podcast at, St. Louis Haunted Mansion in South St. Louis. It is a haunted location. So we hear noises. If you see us looking and stuff, we hear things. And the last couple of weeks, it's been very amped up here. And just, I don't know if it's upset that we're ignoring it. Like they're normally like, hey, you're asking us questions and stuff. And I don't know if it's trying to get our attention or what. We did some remodeling. We built a wall up here and stuff for our room here in the podcast room and stuff. So we could be upset about that.
Nicole is moving stuff downstairs and moving it up here, and there's a lot
of stuff going on.
Change things, not completely, but things to get occupancy to be in the for the building.
There's things are starting to motivate and get moved around and stuff like that for. So she can get her occupancy permit so we can start having ghost hunts and she can have her events and everything. But that's what the crazy stuff thing. That's the kind of cool stuff we wanted when we wanted to be here at the podcast in the haunted location.
2 weeks ago when we heard that piano noise.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff we want. So yeah.
Yep. So this week, Aunt Kathy said, hey y'all. Hello.
Hey. She was on forever. I saw her when I first got on.
I know, right? Brandon said, hey, hope y'all are staying cool. We got our fans going.
We got our fans going, yeah.
Lauren said, hey, look, I'm actually here this week.
Hey, she's not sick. She was in the pool I saw earlier.
Yeah. Jeannie said, happy Tuesday. Susan said, "Hey, spooky Tuesday."
What's up, Susan? No, I wasn't talking about Madison's trying to get a hold of you. My daughter Kelsey and Chris are trying to get a hold of you because you wanted your house painted. They're trying to get a hold of you. They message you. You said that was Brandy. Hey, Brandy
Brandy,
and Bella.
hello,
I don't know if Bella's
hello.
watching too, or is it just Brandy?
Bella also said, "Hey." She said, "Hi."
Oh. Hey, Bella's watching too. Hey.
Lauren said, "I'm telling y'all, there's a doppelganger there. You thought it was me upstairs that night."
We were starting to think that maybe there is a doppelganger here, or a mimic at least, because like Nicole said, her dad thought it was twice that was her, and it tapped him on the shoulder the one time.
So right now we're not confirming. I think we need to gather a little more evidence to say that, but it's something to keep our eye out for now
in
the building.
It would mimic Nicole because Nicole is the owners here. So she does own the building, and she's probably here the most. It would be kind of scary if it was running around looking like me.
That's a big, tall shadow, though.
That is pretty big. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty darn scary. That's pretty darn scary, you know.
Yeah,
so.
No.
Yes, welcome everybody. What is this week is our crazy laws of the week.
Yeah.
For people that know, we do search for the craziest laws that are going on that you didn't really realize. Maddie, you're dead North Carolina because you're going to save South Carolina for next week because you're going to South Carolina. Yes. 2 weeks, everybody. I'll have to do the podcast. I need to bring a guest on. I need to bring a co-host on that would like fill your spot.
Yeah,
you guys can come sit co-host and go sit on Madison's
come use
side.
My stuff. And I mean, it's a comfy chair.
We'll actually be talking about the event that weekend at Paragould, Arkansas.
Yeah. Let's see. So, in North Carolina, it is illegal to sing off pitch. If you're planning on singing in North Carolina, you should strongly consider taking voice lessons. According to an old myth, it's technically illegal to sing off key in the state. And this is the origin of this law is thought to come from the 19th century court case in which a man was fined for singing loudly and poorly.
Well, then I would definitely get arrested for that one. That was
I think so. I got a pretty good chance, but and then my other one is it's illegal to rollerblade in the sun in North Carolina. Rollerblading in the sun is illegal. Okay, so who was going to bingo rollerblading enthusiastic that made some public officials super angry? It said this might be the weirdest law of South Carolina's weird laws. So it's illegal to rollerblade in the sun.
Rollerblade in the sun. Well, it's cloudy out today, so let's go rollerblading.
It's kind of like
I mean, and then what happens if you're like out there rollerblading and then all of a sudden the sun
comes out? You just got dropped.
Cops got take your rollerblades off, sir. There's no
pull over.
Yeah, there's no rollerblading in the sun. So I did mine are a little crazier. I did, since our guests are from Canada, so I did weird laws of Canada.
Ew.
So I gotta figure out where I did with them.
I know I was looking up Celsius and Fahrenheit, so I had to refine mine.
So the first one is illegal to remove a bandage in public.
A bandage?
In Canada, it says, although many of us have publicity removed old bandages from wounds, this could not be done under Canadian law. If you remove the bandage somewhere in public, including parks or sidewalks, you can consider yourself a criminal.
Oh.
So don't take that Band-Aid off from like not rollerblading in the sun and you fell and scraped your knees. Because you can't. Sorry, sir. Put that Band-Aid back on. Criminal. What are you in jail
falling
for?
Off. It falls on the floor. You just scream. You're like, I can't do this.
In Canada, it's illegal to accidentally scare a child to death.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To death?
To death, it says. Although it's obvious that murder is a crime, there is one very specific law in Canada that sounds somewhat strange. According to the Canadian government, it's illegal to scare a sick person or child to death. Get off there. To death. However, it is actually seems incredibly to scare someone so badly that he or she will die.
Huh.
So, yeah, if
Is
you
there
scare
is there
someone,
is there ever a public record of someone getting scared to death?
I don't know. You'd have to look. If that they're a criminal, what'd you do? I scared someone to death. I
What
have
do you
to
win
ask
for?
Crystal, and then when they come on, what trillium is? Trillium, because it's forbidden to pick it. Trillium. Yeah. They're watching now anyway, but stuff. But yeah, you can't scare a kid to death, and you can't take your Band-Aid off in public. God forbid. Hold that Band-Aid in public. But with that, couple little things before, so everybody leaves. Next week's guest is who? Madison,
Santiago, and Scott.
They'll be on discussing our event or their event in Paragould, Arkansas, the Horror Fest, Paranormal Horror Fest, Scare Fest, and we'll be there, vending and stuff. So
that'd be fun.
Yes, they'll be on next week. It'll be nice to have him back on again. He's got our hats all done too.
Oh, does he?
He showed them on Facebook Live today and TikTok Live. He showed our hats and was promoting us. So yeah, hopefully I can be in one of his movies since I was a subscriber. They are there. He's going to pick his subscribers to be in movies as extras.
Oh,
that'd be kind of cool. Something different.
Yeah.
Or he told me. He said
put that on your bio.
He said that he's like he was on movie star. He said that he was that he's going to be doing a show called Dead End where they going around finding the history and stuff. And this other that's the Julio. He's going to do a spinoff with his Julio character. And then he's like,
I like it.
Hey, we're looking for donations, and if anybody wants to donate so and so, their logo or something will be in the movie. Their brand product will be placement. And everything. He goes, hint, hint, Mr. Dan.
In the zombie apocalypse, you run up across a Haunted Souls paranormal t-shirt.
Paranormal poster or t-shirt or something would be funny. That would be quite cool.
He picks up one of our flyers and goes, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. They can come investigate all. Yeah. But with that, I guess we'll bring in our guests. And everything. There you go.
Hello.
She's still lost.
She must
How are you guys?
She's still lost. Okay. No problem. If she comes in, she comes in.
We
it's
are
great. A problem.
How are you?
Good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Good.
Just hearing some creepy noises tonight. So.
Yay.
Madison will be freaked out more than I will. You'll see her looking around.
I've only looked out.
So, do you guys like to introduce yourselves? And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Crystal.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right. So I'm Crystal, and I am the founder of Black Moon Paranormal. We started the group in 2015. And we are from Ontario, Canada.
What is up?
What are you doing?
Your spirits are introducing themselves.
What is going on over there? Everything's no. What do you keep saying? What's going on?
Like all the cameras are off on my side.
Oh, everything's okay over here.
Well, I'm like talking. You guys can't hear me.
Yes, we can.
I was sitting there.
Yeah, we can.
We can see you too.
Yeah, we can see you.
It's like all the cameras went out and everything. I was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "That's weird. It's only happening on my side. That's weird." That's all right. I'm weird. Go on and run the show, Maddie. I'll have to figure this out. Was that you?
I think if Vanessa's up.
I think I
So-
just saw something in that doorway again. I'm so sorry.
Was that you?
No, something is going on right now and it's freaking me out. Okay. So what kind of so now you said, Crystal, that um you were the founder of the company.
Yeah.
How did Vanessa, how did you kind of go in to the Black Moon?
So Crystal and I, we live about 40 minutes from each other in different cities, and she happened to walk through. I owned a little shop down, like in my downtown core, and she had come into the store, and we met. Friendship started from there, and I think it was probably about a year after of being friends. That's when she asked me to join the team. I think about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And kind of what got you guys into the paranormal? Like, what was that moment that really was like, oh, there is something else out there?
Do you want me to go first, Vanessa?
Yep.
I think for me, my family's always been very spiritual. It's something that I grew up with, and the interest has always been there. When I was younger, I think it started as almost a fear,
Mhm.
and then it just turned to curiosity, and started going with other people on ghost hunts, and realized that there was something really here, and I wanted to be a big part of it. And it's been exciting. It's been an adventure. We've learned a lot of stuff. Just traveling around for sure.
Yeah. Vanessa?
So myself, all my life, my family has always been. I grew up in a very extremely haunted house where, like, it was like a movie worthy haunted. um, it, and so it was always presented in front of me, and I've just always been very, like, interested in like just everything that is supernatural and spooky and all that. It's just it's naturally has come to me. That's all I can think of.
Exactly.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's like, that's, yeah, I love hearing those stories of like, um, kind of like, your story, Crystal, it's, something happened or something, and then that's also that other side of it just naturally came and it was just always
Yeah.
been a part of it. So it's really cool just to see those two sides of it. Um, you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The cat, the
No, you're
cat knocked the
good.
board down to get in the room, and I was like, "Oh no, cat, you don't need to be in here." So I fixed
No.
that. So
Okay.
that was a loud boom. For sorry to interrupt you guys. I thought, what the hell was that? And I
I
saw the
know.
cat knock the board down. It was loud. I was like, what the heck? So it must have been the cat trying to get in. But it's all fixed. Sorry about that. Hopefully that
That's
was
okay.
So you discussed how you got into the paranormal and stuff. So how
Mhm.
many people are in
Yep.
your how many ladies are in the group?
So we have currently right now 3. We have another lady that's part of our group, but she's in a bit of a hiatus. She's taking time for herself, and we're in support of that. She's on a spiritual journey, and yeah, our whole team meshes really well, and yeah, we're all like best friends. So it's been great. Our team's great. We lean on each other. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we mesh really well.
So I missed it. I know how long you guys been doing the paranormal.
All our basically all my life.
All your life. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No,
Make you
that's all
repeat
right.
yourself. I was like, I was doing all this other stuff here. It's like it was like can never have nothing go really smooth with us. So
No, that's why when you guys talking about the technical difficulties, I'm like, we understand completely. It's
Yeah.
nothing ever goes right when we start a podcast ever.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you guys do? Like, as in, do you guys hold events? Do you guys just go out and investigate? I know we were you can get into the, we were talking earlier about Canada, about, the to investigate and everything is so much, it's hard for you guys to investigate, that you do a lot of in-state.
Yeah. Yeah, in Canada, it's just it's kind of frowned upon, and it's we're trying to shed light on the positive side of things, and the being science based. But there's a lot of places that the government has just shut down, and there's all kinds of crazy paranormal experiences, and no one can go in. So it's been a challenge, and we're trying to change that a bit, bring some education to the paranormal field here in Canada. But most of our travels have been to the United States for sure, because we're very welcome to there.
How far is it from you guys to the States?
2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah.
No.
So
We spend a lot of time in New York State because we're not
I
very
was just-
far from New York State.
that's what I was just going to ask. On the map, what are you on the right hand side? I didn't know where exactly Ontario was. So
Yeah.
you're more closer to the New York area. So the
Yeah.
Pinhurst and all those lovely prisons up there and everything.
Yeah. We actually were lucky enough to be invited with another team from the Ottawa area to do Penhurst. I'm not sure what month was that, Vanessa?
April.
April. We did Penhurst in April.
Nice.
We did a lot of traveling this year. I think we saved all of our bucket list trips for this year.
So what have you investigated in Canada? Have you gotten into any of the buildings or anything up there?
Fort Henry in Kingston, I think, is the biggest one in Canada that we've done, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And to my understanding, I believe we were the first team that was, we went with 5 other teams. We were the first group that went in there or something.
We were the first group that was allowed to stay the night, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we slept in the soldiers' quarters, like on the wooden beds. And yeah, we won't talk about that. I put headphones on and went in my sleeping bag.
Wait.
They
You
got
can't
the
just
full
say that. You
experience.
can't say that. You just drop that bomb like we can't talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Actually,
So what did you
let's talk about
experience?
that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What,
I personally didn't experience anything in the bed, but I think because I put the headphones on and went in the sleeping bag. So
that's
we did get a very impressive FLIR camera footage of the it was where the prisoners captive, I believe, and it looked like a soldier walking down the corridor back and forth, and we captured it on the FLIR camera. Probably one of the best FLIR camera footages that we've captured. So that made the night pretty exciting. One of the other teams got a very clear photo of a soldier standing up against the wall. So yeah, it was a pretty amazing place to go. It's got all kinds of history.
nice.
yeah. I don't
wonder
blame
if
you.
forts are just the same way as like the battlefields that we do and stuff. I mean, just the
the battlefields
residual
have a different
energy.
energy in the States. The forts
they?
are neat, but when we went to Gettysburg this year, it's a whole different energy feeling. My
So-
opinion.
What did you guys think of Gettysburg?
It was very sad. Like
You
me
feel-
personally, when we were going through it, I was in awe, don't get me wrong, but it was like a very heavy in sadness. That's I
Yeah.
was like seeing like my own visions, and it was like, it's not just even the battle. It's just, it seems to like, I just felt like there's been continuous sadness there.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, we did the Lots Mansion, the Lots House in Franklin, Tennessee, which was a big battle, Franklin battle in the Civil War. And this the stuff that the guy told us of, like, 100 yards up, there's a trenches full of Confederate soldiers that they just pushed the bodies into it. And I can only imagine what Gettysburg is like, because it was such a bigger battle than, that was the biggest
You
battle of the
step
Civil
on the
War.
battlefield you step on the battlefield and you don't need any abilities at all to feel the energy that's there, for sure. I've been to Gettysburg a few times, and it's one of my favorite places.
Now, I've heard, we sat on the porch that night at the Lots house,
Yeah.
and we could see like shadows running everywhere from on the porch, like ducking behind cars, running along the fence lines and stuff like that. Did you get that at Gettysburg?
We weren't able to do Gettysburg at night, and that is only
Okay.
because we were concentrated on Penhurst, and we kind of made a side trip to Gettysburg. So it was a last minute thing. So yeah, I don't even think we took equipment to Gettysburg. We just, I wanted the other girls to experience it because nobody else had been there. I also had my 17-year-old son with me and wanted him to experience Gettysburg. It's just super cool whether you're
Yeah.
there during the day or at night. It's an amazing place.
Yeah, we experienced that at Lots house, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to do Gettysburg now, because it's such a bigger battlefield, a bigger thing in time. But what we experienced that night, and with energy and stuff, just at that house and that battlefield there, was, I can't imagine what the Gettysburg is like. So
Yeah.
that's a new one for us to do probably next year.
But I don't
At least
blame you,
that's
though.
Nice.
Knowing that you're going to Penhurst that night, or
I'd skip Gettysburg too.
I've been like,
okay,
You
seen
know,
it, let's go.
You know what?
We
Let's go to Gettysburg. But
we
mine,
always try to get the most bang for our buck, and sometimes I really hate it because we'll have a 5-day trip, and 4 of those days we're in the most haunted places in America. So we did that. We did Wildwood, we did Hinsdale House, and the Airbnb we were in was active as well. So that was 5 days of craziness.
oh, I
I can
bet.
imagine.
Oh
We'll
man,
experience that this year. We're doing the West Virginia tour this September. We're doing like 5
Wow.
locations in 6
Yeah.
days. Yeah, we took one
That's
day
awesome.
off in between and stuff to see.
You'll
but,
need it.
Yeah, but there was
Yeah.
something else. What were we supposed to check out that the lady said last night? Oh God, I can't remember
it was
now.
a paranormal shop.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that has a paranormal
Yeah.
store there. So and Somersville, that's where it was, Somersville.
Hmm.
So what has been your, let's see, what's your number one or number 2 location to investigate?
I'm going to let you begin with this, Vanessa.
Oh, thanks. My number 1 is an outdoor investigation here in Canada. It never disappoints you. It has absolutely everything you could possibly think of, from paranoid. No, yeah, I guess you get paranoid. Paranormal to cryptoids to, like, I don't know. It's an amazing experience, and we've been there many times, and I don't think we've ever been let down. It's up in the Ottawa Valley. It's just amazing. What was the second? Sorry, what was the other one?
What was your top 2? What's your top 2?
Oh, top 2.
Yeah.
That's hard. We've been to. I don't know. I'm stuck between 2. Like, well, they all have a different experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only problem. Like, so, Ohio State Reformatory was, I don't know. It was a total different experience, say, from St. Michael's. Like, I don't know how to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say both. We'll say Ohio.
Yeah, like, or we just in February we went down to Texas and we were Bigfoot hunting, and that was a whole different experience. But it all seems to fall into all the same categories, and I don't know how to choose. I don't know.
Who'd you go Bigfoot hunting with?
Our friend Joe. What's his podcast? Beyond the Woodline.
I thought maybe we were gonna say Tex. Texas Front Porch.
Mm-hmm.
He was on our podcast, and he's in Texas, and he's a big Bigfoot dogma guy.
Yeah.
Did you guys find anything?
We had our own personal experiences, but obviously no evidence, but enough to
Yeah.
really intrigue us.
I
That's
bet.
always
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
Texas seems to
Would
be
you like
like
to
the
talk
hot
about your
spot for it.
experience?
Hmm. Sorry, you guys both talked at the same time.
Oh, sorry. Did you
Mhm.
like to experience? Would like to tell your experience on your Bigfoot adventure?
I I don't even know how to explain it. It's like more, I think, a personal, but very intriguing. Like we heard and like we experienced a lot what you see on the TV shows, but we obviously clearly had no evidence. But I can say that because it's not that I'd never believed in it. It's just my forte is paranormal, so it's not something I fell into. But doing that trip, I'm like, I'd love to continue doing it more. It really pushed my interest into like cryptoids on all the different like fables of all that.
I'm kind of afraid that's my big thing is like I don't know if I want to get into another like I'm afraid that if I do that Bigfoot hunting, then next thing you know I'll be like, oh, I want Bigfoot all the time and try to figure that out, and then paranormal kind of goes to the wayside and
But
stuff
they
like
go
that.
together, I find. When you say Crystal, like they all seem to go together. Like they complement each other.
It's just a different experience. Yeah.
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 Exactly.
We got some friends that we met that were into paranormal, and then they started Bigfoot hunting, and now they just like they do some paranormal, but their main thing is they go Bigfoot hunting, like the Land of the Lakes and stuff in Kentucky.
Oh, I
and
want to go to
stuff
land.
like that.
Sorry. Okay, never mind.
No, you're fine. Oh, you're gonna save that for later.
That's a
Okay.
bucket list.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. We'll give that. So, Crystal, what is your top 2 places that your favorite places to
I
investigate?
don't have any trouble with this.
Okay.
So
She's
my
already.
first definitely
She's
was
been like itching.
uh, I've been thinking about this. Hinsdale was definitely hands down my favorite, and not that we did get a lot of experiences there, but it was such a bucket list place for me personally that just being on the grounds was just I was in awe. So Hinsdale for sure. I think secondly, I'd have to go with Ohio State Reformatory. Me and Vanessa were the only ones in our team that did that. We went with several other teams, and we had a great experience there. And so I'd say it's definitely a close second. And I'm with Vanessa on the Texas thing. We weren't very big into the Bigfoot stuff, but we were invited by our friend Joe, and the experience was life changing. Although we didn't get any evidence.
Nice. So, of all those, if someone was said, "Hey, which one would you go back to?" You would definitely go back to Ohio and
100%.
Yeah.
I'd go back to Ohio.
We already
Reformatory.
have plans of doing it.
Mhm.
We haven't been anywhere in Ohio, have we, Maddie?
Nope. We have not. We haven't got there.
No, Indiana is about the farthest we've been across.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to West Virginia this year, so
Once we
we're
get
doing
there,
Nice.
then we'll say that. But
yeah, we're doing like the whole Trans-Allegheny, Sweet Springs, Lake Shawnee,
That's amazing.
Mothman, all in that one trip, and then we're also going to West Virginia Penitentiary. So we're knocking West
Nice.
Virginia off the map this summer. So
You guys are doing it right. You're just getting them all in.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a one crazy week.
yeah,
We needed a
it's
day off
us,
in
and
between there. So
then it's us and like 8 other people, and they're all
yeah,
from
they're like
different
8 other
groups.
friends. They're all from different groups, but they're all friends. We're all
Mhm.
collaborating together and taking a
That'd be
journey all
fun.
together. So
We actually do that a lot, and doing the paranormal, we've met some incredible people, and we've made lifelong friends with a lot of people. And so, Vanessa and I are more able to travel than the other girls. And so, somebody will call us and say, "Hey, do you want to go to Pennsylvania in a couple of weeks?" And we're like, "Sure, we're always game to go." So yeah, we've met some incredible people, and we go with other teams all the time.
it also helps if your job's really good, a lot letting you go and
Yeah.
travel. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I just mark off. I'm a bartender, and I told my boss I just marked off all the weekends that I can't. I was like, here you go. You can work me everything else you want. But that's
Yeah.
Maddie, you got a question, or do you got some questions
Um,
on the board?
um, you said earlier, each of you have your own weaknesses and your strengths, and you mesh well together. What is kind of like each of your roles that you kind of like play into your group? Um, like me, I'm more like the sensitive one in our group, and my dad's very more of like, um, comes up very much more of the everything else.
The protector.
The protector, and he's usually the one that thinks of like the unique questions and gets the vibe of the energy good, and I'm more of the sensitive person. So what's kind of each of your roles that plays into the group?
I think that I'm the group mom. I think I'm going to say this. I'm going to go on the edge and say this. And I have to reel the kids in sometimes because I'm more of the science based skeptic. Um, Vanessa is very sensitive. And so together, you would think we clash, but we actually complement each other. And we always have good arguments back and forth. Jackie is also very sensitive. And Tammy's like me. She's more of a skeptic. So I think we just balance each other really, really well. Yeah.
That's kind of like our dynamic too. So that's like
Mhm.
I'm more of like, well, I am the dad, so I mean, I can't say that I'm the dad of the group. I am actually the dad, but
You actually are the dad of the group.
yeah. But that's the thing is I'm more of that skeptic. Like if I'm always one to debunk. Like I want to make sure that it's paranormal. It's not fake. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not like everything's paranormal. Like they
No.
say so much. You see so much nowadays that everything that people see or video or whatever, it's just paranormal right away and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
Or
we
demons.
don't want to be like that, right? So we give each other some constructive criticism here and there, and it I don't know, I think we do fantastic investigating because of the strengths and weaknesses that we all have.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm over the top with my skepticism, and the girls kind of reel me back in, right? So
Yeah.
So my question is, when you guys go out, what is your favorite piece of equipment and why?
do you want to go first?
She's given her plenty of time to think about the thing. That's why she's telling you to go first. She's like, "You go first. I've got things
I
to
know,
think
I feel
about."
like I'm taking this over. So
My favorite piece of equipment. I love the FLIR camera, but when we were in Ohio State Reformatory, we met a lady that she introduced me to these headphones, and they're amazing. But they're not even an equipment for evidence. It's to amplify your own experience. So I don't know if that would be classified as equipment. I know I'm talking to myself out loud here. I would say the FLIR camera. I really like the
was
FLIR.
it attached to a Zoom? Was the piece of equipment was the headphones attached to a Zoom?
No, you just wear them, and they. How would you explain
wow.
that, Crystal? They
But
eliminate so much sound, but amplify.
Yeah, so the little noises are amplified, and the larger noises are muffled. And
Wow.
so it's very interesting. And I will tell you honestly, we don't even recognize Vanessa without headphones now. Like I'm looking at her now, I barely recognize her. She wears them all the time, and she's in love with them. So I would say definitely that's your favorite piece of equipment.
Where do you get
That's
those?
cool.
I've never seen those before.
Those are cool.
We actually bought them in the United States.
Yeah, you can't buy them in Canada. And I tried to buy them in Canada, and they were terrible, and I had to return them.
Wow, I've never heard of those.
So I don't remember the store we got them at, but it was a sporting goods store. Menards. And they're
Menards.
Shut up.
yeah.
We're heading to Menards, Madison.
We are going to Menards.
You know
oh
what?
my gosh.
You won't regret buying them. They're amazing. And the only bad thing I will say about them is you will experience a lot, but it's a very personal experience.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. That'd
so
be
we don't
great
use
for
that as
solos.
evidence. We don't use it as evidence.
Crystal,
Yes.
my headphones aren't in my bag.
Uh-oh.
Oh. So they're called razors, or what's the other
Lucid.
name for what's
Razors or what?
Lucid.
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 Lucid and a razor. All right.
And they're equally as good. There's just the two
So there's two
brands.
different brands, Razor and Lucid.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have both. Vanessa has the Lucids, and I have the Razors, and they're both
Is it just
comparable.
normal headphones that just eliminate the loud sounds, or is
I
there a certain
think that
kind of
they're made
headphones?
for construction. You want to make sure that you don't get the
Okay.
one with mics. You don't want a mic
Okay.
on it. Yeah.
All right. Do you write that
Those are
down,
cool.
Mass, on your phone?
No, I didn't. But do you want me
Can
to?
you? Yeah, would you?
Sure.
That's another cool, because that's, I mean, like you said, that's a personal experience, which is kind of cool because we like, it's kind of hard to have their own evidence with that, but the
So
experience
when
to
we
have.
when we were
That's
in
all right.
Ohio State Reformatory, we actually used them, and you could hear cell doors closing. Like, it was crazy, but then you're the only one experiencing, right? So
Right.
The
She's
ones I
panicked now.
have, there's a way of hooking
I
them
wrote
up.
it down.
Panicked. She can't find her headphones.
I can't find my headphones or my EMF. So
they're together.
can you check your
Vanessa
bin?
Vanessa loses her equipment all the time.
Vanessa, you know what you need to do is you need to pick a certain piece of tape. Like mine has skulls
I
on
have
it,
big.
but mine have skulls on it. I know a couple of girls that one has ducks on her, like duct tape. There's little ducks on it, and then you just put that piece of tape on everything that you own, and then you know that's your pieces of equipment everywhere.
Yeah. Tonight, if you think of it, if you can check your bin, or the last time I had it, we went to Buck Hill.
Yeah, I definitely don't have them because I've been with my stuff since then.
Oh
so.
no.
Yeah. Vanessa misplaces her stuff all the time. Her spirit box took off for like 3 months and then randomly just showed up. I think
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, my spirit box is gone too.
haunting. I think she
Is
has her
there
own
another
personal
bag that you're
haunting.
not finding? Did you have a book bag?
No, I have this.
Everybody,
tactical
this
bag I
podcast
use.
is now looking for Vanessa's headphones.
Yeah, everybody look.
Brought to you by the
Everybody
Lost
check your bags.
Headphones.
Yeah, brought to you by Menards.
Yeah, lost and found. So anyway, they are very cool. They are very cool.
I'm gonna have to try to experience that. I'm gonna definitely think. See, I mean, we always learn different things, like from different people. I mean, we all do the exact same thing. We're ghost hunters, right? But everybody has new ways of talking in Estes and different cool questions. I learned some new things this weekend. We just had an event, and I learned this new. This guy was like, we were on Estes, and he was like, knock knock. I was like, I never even thought about that. Waiting to see someone that says who's there or anything. I was like, oh, she found him.
Found them. I knew she would.
Lucid. All right.
Yeah. So these are Bluetooth, and they're like the knob to turn on, and they're really comfy to wear. They don't feel it, but yeah.
Just gonna hear voices. She took them off all quick
She was
there.
in
Did you
love
see
with
that?
them.
She's like, nope.
So what is your favorite piece of equipment, Crystal? And
So
why?
I've been doing this a long time, and I'm going to answer this in a boring way. Myself, I love going into a building with no equipment and just experiencing. Sometimes I think you get carried away with carrying too much equipment around and worrying about the equipment, and you're missing some great things that are happening around you. So with that being said, I like the headphones as well. I'm not sure they're a favorite for me just because it makes me doubt myself a lot because nobody else is hearing it. The spirit box.
Spirit box. Now, do you guys use a Phasma box? Do you know what that is?
Oh,
well, we lost her.
oh.
Let me put it back on.
Just jumped right out of there.
Yeah.
my-
I
my
don't
mind.
know what a plasma. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, so a Phasma box is it's like a word bank that's kind of like a Necrophonics. Do you know what the Necrophonics is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Phasma box is worked off a Windows tablet, so it's just another form of that type of software.
Yeah.
So we have Phasma boxes and we have Necrophonics,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just another version of that type of spirit box
Mm-hmm.
that
Nice.
you can talk to and stuff like that. So, what was I going to say about that? No, I can't remember what I was going to say. Why I even brought that up. I don't know. I'll come back.
I don't
to
know
me
why
on
you
that.
did. I don't know why you
get it.
brought that up.
I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, but I don't know where I was going. Oh, what I wanted to ask too, that wasn't, but have you guys ever tried? I don't know, this, I was thinking about this when you guys were talking about your headphones, maybe like putting a EVP, a recorder out, and then you two like sit back to back with your headphones on, and then whatever you hear, just kind of shout out, like not shout out, but just say cell door or what, and see if you guys can hear it at the same time.
We haven't, and I'll tell you, the headphone thing is very new. We just got
Okay.
them. So I think we used them in Texas in the Sam Houston forest when
Don't
uh,
recommend.
we were looking for Bigfoot. It was awesome. I will tell you, it was awesome.
Wait a minute, she says
And
don't recommend, but you say it's awesome. What is that
it was
sarcastic?
awesome. Well, I let my
She's got a
17-year-old
look
son
on her
put them on
face.
in the Sam Houston forest, and he gave them back to me and told me he'd never wear them again because you just hear things that
Oh,
you can't
okay.
explain. Right. So it was a very cool experience.
All right, so
But
that's what
yeah,
you
we
got to do
haven't
next
tried
time.
experimenting with them.
Yeah, so you got to sit back to back and like put an EV, like a recorder out, and just enough to
Yeah.
where like at that moment in time, if you hear something, you just shout. You not shout it out, but just
You probably have to shout it out because then the headphones of the other person won't catch it.
Oh yeah, I didn't think
If
about that
if
because
it
they'll be able to
blacks
hear
out if
low.
it blacks
Yeah.
out the loud noises and it muffles it,
If
you might have
you
to
if
scream
you
it
were
out.
recording it, then you would hear both anyway
Yeah.
during
Well, no, yeah,
playback.
I was trying to see if you guys hear the same thing at the same time or something like that.
Yeah.
I know you can't
Yeah.
hear it in your headphones, but if you shout out what you hear to see if that,
Yeah.
if that's working the same way and see if you're hearing the same thing
We'll
and
have to
stuff.
try that now.
Yeah, let's try.
Yeah.
For sure. That's a
We
great
learned something
idea.
new, Madison. We're off to the store to get some headphones.
We're off to Menards.
We're off to Menards, maybe on the way home.
There you go.
Menards closes by then.
One question: do you guys play with your equipment at your house?
I do.
I do as well.
You do as well. So your houses are your houses haunted?
Where I'm now, it's boring.
It's it's boring.
It's a normal house.
Yeah, there's I don't know. Because I've always lived in somewhere. I've always been the family joke that spirits always follow me, and I have picked up some stuff in this apartment, but nothing compared to over my life. And I'm in the process of making proximity sensors, and those aren't even going off. And I got right now my kitchen table has 6 of them on there.
Oh wow.
So now I gotta ask what a proximity sensor is.
It's like a REM pod, but it's smaller and it's compacted.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah.
And we've started making them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. I started making custom REM pods. They're skulls, and the eyes light up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I need to keep one here just so everybody
I may
can
have
see
to
on there.
connect with you.
That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm not that
they're-
fancy. Mine's just a little box, but
Yeah, it's a skull that has a antenna that folds. The antenna folds down for easier to transport. You don't have to unscrew it or it's attached. It's and stuff. But they're little white skulls and their eyes glow when the lights go off and makes the beep beep noise
Nice.
and everything. And I'm in the process of getting trying to do colored skulls, like a black skull with green eyes or like a UV light or something like that would be kind of cool. I think little UV dark black, dark black light eyes and stuff like that, and making different color skulls and with different eyes. So yeah, get a hold of me. We'll do. They're very
Crystal
reasonable
has,
too.
morning coffee with her spirits in her ghost box.
Really? Every morning do you do it?
I live in a 120-year-old farmhouse. There's been 2 suicides, one in the barn, one in the driveway, and we've learned to coexist. I used to sage, but I had somebody tell me that that man that is here was very fond of me and he was very protective. So we just had a talk and we said, okay, you can stay here, but under certain rules. And we've had a little issue, but he does communicate once in a while. My 17-year-old son has to tell him once in a while to knock it off, but he listens. So
It's nice.
least
He
he
said he
listens.
he hangs out in the driveway.
Well, no, like if the gentleman that took his life in the barn is
Oh, he took
the
his life.
gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we believe he obviously lived in the farmhouse, and so when we ran the spirit box, we got a name, and then found out that that was the male that had took his life in the barn, and we've had lots of communication with him, and apparently he likes me, so we can habitate.
At
I get
least
up
he
in the
likes you.
morning, I make my
Yeah,
cup of coffee, I sit at the table, turn the spirit box on, and we talk.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
have a little conversation.
The funny thing is that there's been lots of people that come to my house that he doesn't like, and he has spooked a few people off. Um, but in hindsight, it is maybe people that he was actually looking out for me. So,
I was just gonna say, those people that you
yeah,
turn to find out that it's not really a
yeah,
good person.
exactly.
He's got a
Exactly.
good judge.
Wow.
Exactly. So he's a great judge of character. He
Just
doesn't
good
bother
character.
with my
Sounds like a
dogs.
great guy.
Yeah.
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 He takes his own space. He got
Right.
your space
Yeah.
and everything. He just
There's
lets you know, hey,
boundaries.
Yeah. He has boundaries.
yeah, you just have bring your friends over. Like, hey, I want you to just come over to my house, just to
Well,
see.
actually, when I go away with Vanessa and the team and we're doing paranormal stuff will usually ramp up at my house while I'm gone, and my dog sitter gets a little scared by it.
He's
So
worried that you're not coming back.
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
It's kind of like a dog when the dog worries that you're not coming back when you leave. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Maddie, you got your question? You gonna ask the question? You
Um,
want to?
why don't we go to the chat first?
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's getting kind of backed up back here.
We only have
Gina
one job.
said, "Sup, friends."
What's up, Gina?
Lisa said,
Hello.
"Hi."
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Mom said Maddie's so freaked out. Hello, her demeanor is off.
Yeah,
It
that
freaked
person
that
walking by the doors got her all off
it
kilter.
freaked. It's I can't explain it. It's creepy. Lauren said ghosts are distracting. Brandy from
What's up,
Paranormal
Brandy?
Trio said hello. Mom said for sure after seeing what she saw after last night, she was a little freaked out. It's been more active, uh, more than usual since Nicole is cleaning downstairs and they moved upstairs. Yes. Um, the Living Garden said hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. Um,
That's Jess. Hello, Jess.
hello, Jess. Brandy said, had 3 brothers in my family die at Gettysburg. Have letters right before. Would love to visit Gettysburg. She said, Chica, I don't know how to say that name.
Chickamauga?
Yeah, feels that heavy feeling too. If you go to Tennessee, Dan, visit Carlton House. The widow of the South opened her house to a hospital, buried and marked all the graves. Wrote the families. Truth Walker said, hi, everyone.
Hello.
And Kathy said, have you ever had an experience in a location that made you feel just not right and had to walk away?
Well, we can answer that one. I think we've had a few. Um, One is at a local church um, in my hometown that is a Catholic church. It has a very evil feeling to it. And every time we try to do investigation, we end up just getting that feeling that we have to leave or something dreadful is going to happen. And I think we've been out there 3 or 4 times and we get pushed out every single time that we go. Do you kind of want to talk about Palmyra, Vanessa?
Oh, is Palmyra up there by New York?
Yes.
We have the lady that runs that's coming on our podcast in a couple weeks.
She's amazing. Tracy, I think her name's Tracy. She's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. That name was just weird. That's why I was like, oh, Palmyra. I know that name. That's
So Palmyra, we actually brought because We also do public events as well too. So we arranged a weekend away with a bunch of other ladies, and I think there was what 8 or 10 of us, and we went to Palmyra, and basically, uh, there was a shadow person. How did you explain it? Like the Terminator?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
cop from the Terminator. He was like running at us, and
And
it's yeah, it was super scary, and we ended up running down the stairs, and then things were happening, and I think it was the first and only time we ever run out of somewhere was at Palmyra.
one of the ladies that was with us, there was like a fedora hat hanging on like a coat rack, and it was spinning. And she's like, "What's everybody doing?" And we're getting ready to leave. And she looks at the hat. She goes, "Oh, isn't that so cool?" I'm like, "Well, let's
You're
get
like,
out of here."
sure.
She's like, hey, why is everybody leaving? Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that.
We're like, we need to add her to the team because she's really brave.
Yeah. So we know fight or flight. They're flighting.
That's right.
They're taking flight.
So my husband always says I'm the most scaredy cat paranormal investigator. And I think Crystal can verify that. And I love horror movies. So everything is a horror movie scenario to me. And I always get yelled at. But we were at Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamica. I probably slaughtered how to say that. New York. And the whole team, or like everybody that had joined us, they were all in the basement, and Crystal and I decided to go live and walk through the whole building, the sanitarium, and show everybody where we were. They have, because for some reason, as lovely as you guys are, Americans love their dolls. They have this room that is, that's Palmyra, the dolls too. Sorry, there's lots of, I hate dolls.
I hate dolls too.
I hate them.
You know what? We're going to do a collab, not to cut you off, but we're going to do a collab, and we're going to put Vanessa and Madison alone to do a solo together, because they're both like apparently scaredy cats. So I can imagine what that video would be like. They'd be holding each other like, come on, we got to do it.
Yep, and that's the thing. I will always do it, but I will tell you, I'm playing every scenario in my head.
Thank you.
You
Thank
were
you.
terrified of dolls. He was, and you know, when we go to the States, you guys do love your dolls, and you know what? Vanessa's always the person we put in the doll room, and she always hates us
Poor
for it.
Vanessa.
Always. And in my mind, I'm seeing them turn their heads and look at me. Like, I need to be in the horror movie dolls, like from the 1970s.
I have a nice geisha doll over here.
I own a haunted doll too, but she's in my closet underneath everything.
She's like, I'm not giving
She's
that
got
doll
her
a chance
buried.
to look at me.
She's got her chained up, buried in a box in the closet.
So back to this. I got the
sorry, go on.
sanitarium. No, it's kind of funny because we're all like, we're ghost investigators and we're live and we're brave. Well, Crystal's brave. I pretend to be brave. And because we were there for Halloween weekend, they had another doll that was like sat on like a rocking horse, and it was like a dead doll. And it was a sensor. When you walked by it, it would go, nah, 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 nah. Yeah, I almost went out the freaking window. We're at the other end of the house. We're way at the other end of the house. Everybody's in the basement. We're on like the second floor. And all of a sudden, you hear the doll go off. And I don't know. I thought we ran down gracefully, but apparently we sounded like elephants going down the stairs. And it's like, but yeah, I just don't. The dolls just get to me. Yeah.
Definitely a solo with Madison and Vanessa.
Oh my
Definitely.
gosh.
I agree. People would pay
That would be
money
great.
to see that.
Oh my
I
God.
guarantee you.
You can go on TikTok and see Maddie solo at Ashmore Estates we went to. She had to do a solo where she had to walk through the whole building. And she had to walk through the whole building. And she's singing Blues Clues and songs and closing her eyes. And you can see her like You can see the roof just get faster and faster as she's walking faster through it.
Okay,
And
because
stuff.
like Vanessa, I again, you're in the, and I think it's because we're sensitive and you could feel things.
Yep.
So then that's my thing, and I haven't like gotten to my full ability where I can like see who they are. So I know there's somebody there. I don't know who exactly they are, and I can feel their energy, but I was playing the scenario of me just looking in one of the rooms and someone's just standing there. Like, again, you play those horror movie scenarios. So I'm just keep going and I'm like, don't look in the rooms, don't look in the rooms, don't look in the rooms. And I'm like squinting my eyes so I can't see anything in the corner of my eyes. And oh man, I was like, this is bad. So like you, I sound like a horde of elephants coming down the steps. Like, oh man.
Well, the
They were
funny
laughing
thing
at
is, as
me.
I said to Vanessa in Wildwood, I said, wouldn't you be like really freaked out if that doll went off by itself? And I no sooner got these words out of my mouth and the doll went off. And yeah, I don't think I ever, uh, yeah, it freaked me out too, though.
That doll
It
would have
was
got
funny.
drop kicked.
You know what?
Yeah.
The
You know,
Right
it's
off the rocking horse.
the funniest thing about it is that we were live when it happened, right? So
Oh,
all our viewers had something to laugh about for sure.
oh
the
man.
funniest thing is I've been looking for a doll that is like that, like motion detected, that it goes off and stuff like that. I've been looking for something like that. I can't find
Well,
one.
they have one at Wildwood.
Yeah, I was like gonna go there and ask the guy about. Can I buy that from you?
He is
I bought a
something-
Christmas doll that moves. It's an animatronic doll, and I was gonna set it up here over here on my side and plug it in, and let it move and let Madison be like, "Is that doll moving? Is that moving?"
That's a great
you know,
idea.
what's worse is that he is my father, so he does things to scare me. And that's the
not
thing.
do such a thing.
Okay, he knows I have a fear.
Hey Madison,
and
I forgot the keys downstairs. We go downstairs and get them.
no, I'm not going downstairs. Are you kidding me? Are you dead kidding me? No.
I tell her that all the time. I'm like, hey, I forgot this piece
So
of equipment.
he knows. Wait. So he knows I have a fear, and we'll be in a haunted location, and he'd be like, I need new batteries. Can you go downstairs and get new batteries? I'm like, I look at him. I go, are you serious? He goes, yeah. And I'll go down there. I'll try to be my best brave, self. But I'm going down there with squinted eyes, and I'm just looking down on the ground. There's no looking anywhere. It's just on the ground and squinted eyes.
I love it.
Yes. I do it to her all the time too. I'm like, I shouldn't do that, but I do it. I'm like, oh, Madison, I forgot this. We go get that for me.
Hey, I've been a little braver. You got to give me that. I've been a little braver lately.
Yes, you have. So, Crystal, that's your little secret with Vanessa.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
be like,
that's my
hey,
little-
Vanessa, you're not hearing this. Vanessa's
I
gonna be
love
like,
it.
Vanessa's gonna be like, bullshit. You can go down and get it yourself.
He's like, nope. I advise
She's
you
like-
to say no.
She's like, you're not playing that game Dan was talking about. No, you're just gonna, you can go downstairs and get it yourself.
It's all about the
Yeah.
buddy system. Buddy system.
Yeah.
It took me 27
I don't care how buddy
minutes
system
to
is.
convince
Madison's
her.
still gonna be scared out of her. Scared. She could
It
go
took
with
me-
3 people.
It took me 27 minutes to get her to sit in the doll room as I stood in the doorway. So,
Yeah,
I
but do you
think
want to
convincing
explain what
her-
happened in the doll room?
well, we got some pretty cool evidence, and we just
We-
didn't tell her because she couldn't see it.
I'm
So
like, can I
we-
leave yet? As there's something crawling towards me on video.
Oh,
But she didn't
Ew,
see
really?
it, and we didn't tell her because we wanted to continue videotaping it. So
Yeah,
we
they wanted it to crawl to me.
So
It
Crystal,
did.
you saw it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we seen it on our live that we were doing, and we just
Was
said
it-
don't move.
Was it a
It's hard
shadow?
to
that
say
was-
what it was. Yeah, it was definitely a shadow,
not
and it was moving across the floor like somebody would on their belly. We didn't see any hands or anything, but
Coming
it was
towards me.
definitely moving. It was
Oh,
definitely
Madison
moving.
would have been. Madison
that
would
I would have been
pooped her
peeing
pants.
my. I know I would have peed. No,
We-
there's no would have. There would. I would have
We-
peed my pants.
We
I said,
actually
"You're getting
didn't
me outta
tell
here."
Vanessa about it at all until after the fact.
Well, the next
because
day
I
when they're
was
looking at
in there
video,
with my-
I didn't want to ruin our whole investigation, right?
they
So we
told her the next
we
day
just
at
stood
breakfast.
there and just said, just stay where you are. We're going to videotape. We're going to and she did. Kudos to her because she was really scared and she didn't want to do that room, but she was a champ and she did it anyway.
So Vanessa, did you
Mm.
like feel like something was crawling towards you? Did
No,
you
I felt
sense
something
that
more sinister.
more
Um,
sinister come towards you?
and now I do believe this is probably psychological, but I swear I could see like the dolls' heads turning and looking at me with this sinister face. I don't know
Yep.
if the fear could, like, the fear that I have with dolls, it would interfere my experiences because that's where I am. Like, I'm very, even though like I'm very spiritual, I am very science based as well too. So I
Mhm.
see, did I really experience what I saw, or did my fear overcome my visionary, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So what you're saying is that we'd have to pay Vanessa a lot of money to go sit in the room at Sweet Springs, no, at Whisper Estates.
Oh no, I'm stupid. I would do it for free.
Oh, this
Yeah,
room
she
is
would.
this wait a minute, this
Actually, no,
room
paid accommodations to come down there. Um,
this room is nothing but wall to wall dolls. Like you
Oh
can't
my
even sit on
gosh.
the bed.
I would do
The
it,
bed
No.
is filled with dolls,
but
and everything is dolls everywhere, all the way around the room, and it's just crazy. That's the
yeah,
worst
that's
nightmare
like
for someone that don't like dolls.
the Wildwood was like that. They had hundreds of dolls in this one room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like people just bring them and leave them. Like, here you go, have this
Yeah.
doll. No
I
telling how
would
many are
do
haunted
The
anyway.
important the important thing is she did it. I think she has post traumatic stress syndrome, but she did it.
and I don't
Yeah,
trust my
maybe.
teammates anymore.
There you
Um,
go. You don't trust your teammates. That's the lesson you learned. I'm
Yeah.
not going to believe you
I
ever
learned
again,
not to trust.
Crystal.
I learned not to trust my dad a long time ago.
yeah.
Oh, I would never do that to you.
Oh yeah. Do you want
Trust
to
me.
Do you want to redo that real quick? Do you want to re-say that real quick? You're the one
That
that's
is,
willing to stick. No. You're willing to stick me down in D3 by myself after I saw the crawler last time.
I would not do that to you. Maybe.
See, there you go. There you go.
So my question, are you gonna ask your question?
Oh, do you want me to finish the chat first?
Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry. No, that was Kathy's question. Sorry. I thought you were done. Sorry.
No, you're good. Andrew Nikki said, "What part of Ohio are you going back to? What part of Ohio is
Hello,
that?"
Andrew Nikki.
Hello.
Ohio State Reformatory is where, Vanessa, do you remember?
Mansfield.
Mansfield.
Ohio.
Yeah, Andrew Nikki's
Um,
from Chicago. She loves. They just
yeah.
got back from Brushy Mountain, Tennessee. The
Oh,
prison at
wow.
Brushy Mountain. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
muted yourself. There you go.
I know. I'm good.
Lauren said they have them on Amazon.
Oh, look there.
There
See,
you
our
go.
guests are already looking at it. I know Lauren's already
Yep,
on
she
there.
said,
Can't
"I have
steal
them
this
on my
idea, man. This is ours first.
She
Okay, so
said,
I just want to butt into this. Is
yeah.
those are the ones that Vanessa did order was off Amazon and they didn't work as well as the ones too that you buy
You
at
want to do
Maynard's.
razors. What's equivalent to Canadian Tire over there, Crystal? If you guys have a Menards,
Yeah, we have Menards.
Yeah.
yeah, the Amazon ones, unless we
Home
got
Depot
different
has
ones
them as
being in
well.
Canada, they were terrible. I sent them right back.
Mm,
Home Depot has them as well, but they have to be razors or lucids.
yeah.
Razors or Lucids.
Yep.
All right.
I got that on the.
All
I,
right. What's
I
your
Some of
broke it
them
down
opinion?
for
have
you.
too much technology on them, and obviously they're not made for paranormal investigating. You just want the simple ones that amplify.
Yeah.
Probably the ones on Amazon are just not what you use for paranormal investigating.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Brandy said, Menard's Bella, you can add them on your dad's next trip. Kathy said, if you have partners, what do they think about your adventures?
My husband thinks I'm a lunatic. My husband is actually a number one supporter for me. He doesn't believe in what I do. But he's right behind me and, just tells me to go and continue doing what I'm doing. It's something that I'm very passionate about. So,
Has he ever
as
gone?
I would be the same with him with, like with what he enjoys doing.
Has he ever gone on an investigation?
No, he has no desire to go on an investigation whatsoever.
He's like, I'll support you from afar.
But that's going to go
support you from
to
home.
one of your questions. I got method to my madness. So
Oh, okay. And Crystal?
So I'm single, so obviously
Oh.
people already think I'm a lunatic.
There you go. You're with my
Yeah,
boat.
so my 17-year-old son comes with us a lot of the times, and I love
Oh,
it that he's getting into it. The next generation of, right.
it's a great bond to
Very
have with your
cool.
kids to do.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't have somebody in my life that didn't support what I did. This is more than a hobby for me. This is a big passion. Vanessa and I are very committed um, to doing this, and we've given up a lot because it's not a cheap hobby, right? So
No, it's not. And that's one question. Like if you're on a dating site or you meet somebody, it's like, oh, what do you think of the paranormal? Well, I go to church every Sunday. I'm like,
yeah, it
it's not going
doesn't.
to work out
Yeah.
too well then.
Yeah, that's not a conversation with you have with somebody right away because
Yeah, it's
people
like I
just
don't.
automatically think that you're a raving lunatic.
Yeah, they think that anyway before I even went ghost hunting. So it's all right. I just add that. I'm like, yes, I sit in a room and talk to things that are not there. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So does your 17-year-old is I'm just like losing all my questions I had in my head when she saying he goes. Does he get into it? Does he really like it? Does he, is he like is he brave or is he mediocre? Like I'm brave to a certain point.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I think for 17 years old, he's really brave. Some things get to be too much for him. We were in the northern Ontario woods in the middle of nowhere, and we were doing Bigfoot calls um, of actual audio that was taken within that area, and and he was ready to leave when we did that. There's a few times with the headphones he's put them on and heard things that he couldn't explain, and he said, I don't like those headphones at all. And but I think for 17 years old, he's really brave. He came to us with to the Hinsdale house
cool.
and handled it like a champ.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to like Bella. Bella's a young girl on here. Bella investigation. She's like 14, turning 15, and she's like all into it. I really like. She goes to like our events and stuff,
That's
and
awesome.
she's like really into it, which is good to see the new generation
For sure.
because the younger generation. I'll get into that question in a little bit too. On that, Maddie, did you finish the chat?
I got a couple more. Andrew Nikki said, I think you can get a pair with an SD card, strangely enough. That might be the technology one, the amped up ones
I
with all like
think
the
I
mic and
think some of
everything.
them are for gaming, and that kind of sounds like a gaming set, and you definitely don't want a gaming set either.
You know what? All
Yeah.
of our viewers right now are on.
I know, and
They're all looking
Yeah.
for the headphones.
they're
They're all
not
gonna have
easy.
headphones before we
Yeah,
do.
they're not
Yeah.
easy to find, the actual ones. So it's frustrating because we tried to order a whole bunch of
Yeah.
them.
I
Mom said she's
vision.
looking up the headphones right
Damn
now.
it. I'm visualing right now. Have you seen those quiet dances? Like where
Yeah,
everybody's wearing the headphones and everybody's dancing, but you can't hear the music because I can
yeah,
see everybody walk around the paranormal investigation event. Everybody's got headphones on.
yeah.
It's like, what is going on here?
So 3 out of the 4 of us have the headphones, and I always try to make sure that we're not doing that because that has happened on occasion where everybody gets excited and put their headphones on, and
See,
yeah,
Vanessa, see what you started here in the States?
yeah.
Everybody's looking for headphones. There's going to be a big run on headphones. Menards here is going to be like, what the hell is going on here?
They better give us some money for sending them
There you go
business.
for support. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What's next there, Bo?
Brandy
Probably a
said,
headphone
"Oh
question.
no." Brandy said, "Oh, love that you got Bella into it."
Yes, I do. I love going. Oh, she has some great Estes. She's like really can hear it really well, and she has some really great Estes. I'll be posting some videos that she sent of her this weekend. That she did Estes in the classroom, and she's just like saying out like different states and stuff. Like she was doing geography or something. It was really cool and stuff. Yes, that's my protege.
They have pink ones.
Oh Jesus! Get the next question.
There's no more. I told you that was the last one.
Oh, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
Listen, Linda. Yeah, that's all she needs is pink ones now. As you can see, her side of the room is all pink. She can be
I
walking
say
around with
go
pink
for the pink
headphones.
one. Just
Yeah.
do it. Just do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So my question about the new generation, and it's brought to my attention. So, what do you think of the new generation? Because I'm talking 10s to 16-year-olds, because you have certain generations where you have the people on TikTok right now, the younger kids that are like 20, 21. So that generation, I believe, is lost, because I think that's my vision to that is it's the Zach Baggins generation, that they've watched him on TV, Ghost Hunters, and they act like demons and oh my God and all this stuff like that. What is your opinion on that? Do you feel like, that we need to teach the younger generation on actually how to investigate, or you think it's going to be lost in the future?
Well, I would hope it's not going to be lost. I mean, that's why I'm so incredibly lucky to have my son come with us. Now he knows how to run all the equipment, and he's learning so much. He does our drone footage for us.
Nice.
And I would hope, and his friends are like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that your mom's a paranormal investigator." And then next thing you know, we host an event, and his friends are coming, right? So
Yeah.
I think there's hope for them, but yeah, watching Zach Baggins isn't going to be a good educational experience for them for sure.
And I'm not trying to bash Zach and everything. That was the first name that kind of just popped up, but just on the TV shows alone,
Yeah, exactly.
and that generation of watching those shows growing up. And I think that's the way to investigate,
Well,
when
we all
really it's
know
really
that
not.
we all know that when we sit there for 5 hours, we get a small piece of evidence, and I think that, by watching those shows, they don't share with you that they're probably on location for 3 or 4 weeks to get the evidence that they do have.
Right.
It's not always exciting. And in fact, sometimes it's quite boring, so
It's fishing. I call it fishing. It's like
yeah,
going fishing. You just sit
yeah,
there and wait for a bite,
yeah,
and all of a sudden you get a bite. Oh, you might have a great day of fishing. You might get a lot of activity one day,
yeah.
and it's like that. But I think the whole TikTok world has totally killed the paranormal, because people are not going to sit there. I mean, I was on live Saturday night at their event, and I had people, and we were doing an Estes, and I literally dropped to 5 people. It was not interesting to them to sit there and listen to someone, because there wasn't nothing going, but if they would have listened to her, she was really talking and communicating with me on
Yeah.
really good stuff, but it wasn't us running around saying demons are here, or there's a demon in the basement, or, and I think people really want that. They want that whole, they think the paranormal world is like that. What do you think, Vanessa?
I don't think they have any hope.
Well, and that's the thing too, is if TikTok goes bye-bye, those groups are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we do this. We're not doing. I mean, we use TikTok as advertisement.
Yeah.
We advertise and stuff. But the first time that I went on my live Saturday to do it, it had Fowler Theater. Madison, when did we go to Fowler Theater? March, April.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that long before I've been on live before. You know what I'm saying?
It gets us something to do when we do, because we do events and we do free roam after that. Everyone else gets with their equipment, and so we're like, well, okay, what do we do now? Usually we just hop on to just
to tell everybody and show everybody the location and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm not running around and faking stuff and doing stuff so people can give me. I'm not begging for money. I'm not begging for donuts and llamas and stuff like that. So,
and that's
the thing is, go ahead.
That's the thing, is that they have to, if they would just realize that if they stop the faking, when that genuine moment comes that you have no explanation, it's more of an amazing feeling than any fear factor of that there's demons chasing them. Yeah, like it's irritating on so many levels to see, like, because you if you want that kind of fear factor, watch a horror movie.
right.
Like,
And and that's the thing that we talked about was like the next generation, like with Bella, and your son, and like they're getting to learn the equipment and really, going with people that are not doing it for show or for money, and trying to get viewers and stuff like that. We're actually paranormal investigating and stuff like that. And I enjoy the younger people. I enjoy, like I haven't talked to Maddie about this, but she's gonna be like, I haven't heard this. But
Yeah, he never does. He always tells me on podcasts. I'm like, I don't know.
The place that we were at Saturday wants to do a kids day, like during the day where the kids can come and learn how to paranormal investigate from the ages of 18 to 15 or whatever. And they get to walk around the museum and investigate and just have a kids day. I know Ashmore does it, and a couple other places do it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to do it, and that's the things that we need to do for that new generation, because I believe if that generation keeps watching TikTok, then it's going to be lost. That whole paranormal is going to be like that, because it's just a bummer of a thing.
If they want to send me donuts, send me the real donut.
Yeah, if I want donuts, send me donuts. They can deliver to there so I can eat them. I don't want the money. I want the actual donut, man. Donut. So bringing into that, when you guys go and investigate, what is your favorite snacks? Vanessa got a big old smile on her face. She was like, "Yes, that's kind of question I like."
What's our favorite snacks? It's you have to have like a huge smorgasbord. There's dippies and chips and crackers and cheeses and meats and pepperettes. Pepperettes and chips are the best.
What are pepperettes? Okay, now you gotta let us know.
Our road trip food looks like somebody sent a 5-year-old to do shopping. Like it's horrible. We have a little bit of everything, and it's part of the road trip.
Did you ask what a pepperette? What?
Yeah, what are pepperettes?
What's a pepperette?
It's a stick that's heaven.
Oh, is it like a pepperoni stick?
Jerky.
Sure.
Oh, okay. We call them Slim Jims here.
Yeah.
Oh, the Slim Jims are gross. The pepperettes are really thick and really good.
You should have never asked the food question.
Those are gross.
Those are gross.
I haven't had supper yet. I'm really hungry right now.
Oh man, I don't mean that's sorry. You're like us. We wait to eat after the podcast. We're like, I was eating candy last week, and everybody got all upset that I was eating something. They're like, "What are you eating?" and stuff. So, what's your favorite snack, Crystal? The same or?
Yeah, I would say the meat sticks. Yeah, and dip. Jackie, one of our team members, makes the best dill pickle dip in the whole world. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Oh man, have you tried? It's off the topic. Here we go. Have you tried? I don't know if you guys have them up there or not, but have you seen the new Doritos tangy pickle?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
do we have it here?
We do have it here. Yeah.
Oh, if you like pickle, oh my god, I've eaten like 3 bags this weekend from just because I can't find the big bag, so I can only get the little bags.
Oh, yeah.
And tangy pickle is so good. It's so good. Madison, what is your go-to snack?
Oh, mine. I always get a bag of chips. I always do. But we love Lunchables.
There you go.
That's our thing. And
Lunchables is our thing.
Not the on-brand, the off-brand ones. Because the Lunchables get expensive. Which
is still kind of like yours. You guys got the dip, the pepperoni, the meat. So it's kind of
Yeah.
I'm not big on the whole sugar rush trying to eat all the sugar to get in.
We should just get a charcuterie board and just bring it.
There we go.
Well, that's what we do. You put it in like a fishing tackle thing.
A fishing tackle thing.
Box. Yeah, it's like a plastic divider.
Oh, I seen the Man, I'm gonna have to do that. You know me.
We call
I'm a good man for.
We call it the snackle box.
The snackle box.
Like instead of the snackle box, it's the snackle box.
We definitely got to go investigate with these ladies.
Oh, yeah. They got the snackle box.
I got the snackle box. I got to see the charcuterie board tackle box.
So my favorite question.
There you go. Ask your favorite question.
My favorite question. We talked a little about this, but what is your bucket list for in the United States and outside of the United States?
Well, It has to be
Well,
outside first because they live
outside.
outside.
Yeah, outside of the United States, and then what's one that you would like in the States to go to? All expenses cost,
It's paid for.
everything's free.
If you need time to think, Vanessa, I already know my answer.
Go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
So my bucket list in the States
Mhm.
is Alcatraz.
Yeah.
It like number one. And I kind of partner that with the Queen Mary because I want to do that as well. Queen Mary.
There you go, Matt. That's our 2 bucket list. That is our 2
Ah.
bucket list.
Oh,
Mine is
awesome.
Alcatraz,
Shut
That's
and
up.
hers
awesome.
is the Queen Mary. That was
Mary,
great.
yes.
Wow.
Great choices.
And I think outside of like me and Vanessa are actually going to Scotland in May and
Nice.
of next year. And so I think that's a bucket list outside of the United States and Canada that we've always had, and we're super excited to do it. But the problem is there's so many places in Europe that you could actually go. So we're just trying to, our problem is trying to focus what we
Yeah.
want to do. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, because you could take trains to different cities like really easy over there, and like so much castles, so many things to do
yeah.
over
I
there.
can't remember who I was talking to. We weren't talking to Paul. I was talking to somebody else, and they said that their mother grew up in, or their mother's like cousin or something, grew up in Scotland, and they would just play in the castles. Like that's what
Yep.
their playgrounds were, was the
Yeah.
castles. So there's tons of them that you could probably just go. And
Yeah, you wouldn't
it's
have
just
to ask
so much
anybody.
fun.
You could probably just walk in and
Yeah.
investigate yourself and not
Yeah.
really, have
Yeah.
to have permission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's so many
exactly.
abandoned castles over there and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Vanessa, here we go.
There's a couple.
If you have a couple, it's 2. You don't have to
Yeah,
just
you don't
pick one. You can pick
Well,
2.
Scotland's outside of my country. That is on my bucket list, and obviously we're going. And it's going to be amazing next year. But within the U.S., my husband actually found, and I forget the name of it. I guess you would say it would be a bucket list. It was on Lake of Bays, this fishing resort that is really, really haunted. So I was like, well, he can go fishing and I can go hunting.
There you go. And where's
There
that
you
at?
go.
Greg,
Uh,
I don't know if he can hear me. Greg?
Lake of Bays is in the Huntsville area.
No. This is in the States.
Oh, in the States.
Yeah.
Oh.
Greg, that fishing resort that you found that was haunted. Do you remember the name? Can you come here? And he may not even remember. But in other words, it would be Queen Mary or Alcatraz. The fishing resort that you found on YouTube one time, and that it was apparently really haunted too. Oh, you're no fun now. Okay, it was really, really cool.
I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Oh, I don't know. It's going to come to me when I'm most inappropriate time.
So I don't know if you've watched her, but if you go back like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 episodes back, we have a lady on that actually investigated Alcatraz.
Well, that's
Nice.
cool.
And it was great. It's a great show. I mean, she told us a lot of really cool things and stuff that happened while she was there and stuff. Because that's like my top bucket list. And I was like so amped for this. I was just like, yes, I got someone that's actually, and she like went behind the scenes and, got the special paid extra money for an extra thing to go behind the scenes and investigate and stuff.
I don't know how true it is, but I did hear that they only let 7 teams in a year.
I don't know if that is true. I don't know. I called because it's on my bucket list. I wanted to be, and they told me that they had to have that it's $20,000 right off the bat because they charge everybody the same amount as like a TV crew coming in there to do a documentary or something. So it's $20,000 right off the bat to do it, and you have to have an airplane or you have to have a helicopter on standby, and then you have to charter your own boat.
Yep.
Wow.
To get over there.
I said we should just take. Last time we were talking, I said we should just take canoes.
Kayaks. I have kayaks.
There you go.
We're all gonna be pulling up on the kayaks and try to get off there and stuff. But yeah, I would love. I mean, she said that or there's another island. What was the name of the island that's right next to
Oh,
Alcatraz?
I can't remember, but she said that everyone that works in Alcatraz believes that the two that escaped to that island because there was a lot of immigrants who were coming and staying on the island, so there was tons of people there. You could easily slip right through.
Yeah, they don't think that the two guys that escaped actually swam to the mainland. They swam to this island that's really close and
Wow.
stuff because it's like she said this island was like Ellis Island, but it's on the west coast where immigrants were coming in from that side, and there was a bunch of immigrants, and it's a really big island there. But it was amazing. I mean, the stuff that she told, I didn't know that the people lived on the island. If you worked at Alcatraz, you had to your family and everything lived on that island.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't even know that. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
And then we were
you have to go back
planning.
and listen to it. It's a really good one.
Yeah.
We
And
have
then
a team here in Canada that are pretty popular, and they went to the Queen Mary, and I think that was, correct me if I'm wrong, Vanessa, one of they said the most active locations they've ever been, and they've been all over Europe and the UK. And when I asked them what the most active location, they said the Queen Mary. They also said the Monroe House too, which is on our bucket list as well.
All right. So speaking of the Monroe House,
I started some.
I have that registered for 3 nights. I have
nice.
Halloween night, November 1st and November 2nd. I have reserved. Now, I don't know if y'all have kids and Halloween's a big thing in Canada, but I am having a private thing with just certain people on Halloween night at the Monroe House. And I would love if you guys can get away, you guys could come down on Halloween and investigate.
That would be awesome.
If you would like to come to the States.
That's awesome.
And stuff. There's only certain people it's a private event it's open to the public.
It's a
the first and the
personal
second.
event. Yeah.
I'm selling tickets to that, and we already have Saturday night sold out. We're only doing like 10 tickets. There's not a lot of people because it's not a big house.
Yeah.
But the Halloween night is the kind of just a little group of people, some people that I choose I want to investigate with that night and stuff. So it's not a public event. It's just a private thing.
All right. Well, we'll connect with you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you about that. And you said, oh, the Monroe House is on our bucket list. So I've never been there either. So
yeah.
Nice.
I can't wait. I'm going to spend 3 nights there. So I can't imagine how we're going to be done with it after Saturday night.
I think that's our last thing for the year too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Nice.
That or you guys can come down to St. Louis September 21st. We're going to be at Missouri State Penitentiary. It's one of the biggest penitentiaries in the Midwest.
Somebody told us about that one.
Yes.
Vanessa.
Oh, it's a good
That was
one.
the ladies that were actually with us in Ohio.
Yeah, they want us
Probably.
to come in June.
Yeah, they wanted us to come in June, but we had too much going on in June, and we weren't able to make it.
We're doing it September 21st.
It's where I saw the crawler.
Yeah. That's a really good place.
Love it.
So the top, I don't want to keep you guys any much longer because I know your head and stuff. But one more question I want to ask is, I know we don't ask this question a lot to everybody, but what is your funniest moment in the paranormal? What is your funniest moment that you experienced investigating?
That doll at Wildwood Sanitarium running down the stairs and being live. That was the worst part about it, is that we were live.
Crystal, is that yours too?
It is. But I will say another thing. And one of our team members, when she gets nervous, she passes wind, and so that's kind of a joke between all of us too.
That's
funny. Great. That's great. Just to, that's funny because in our rules at our event, I always say we all fart. So if you fart, just claim it because we all do it. Just say it was me. And the most funniest moment I have is we were at St. Joe Psychiatric Museum in Glore Psychiatric in St. Joe, Missouri, and I told that to everybody. I was like, if you fart, just claim. So when you do the event, they let you actually get into the ice box where they put the dead bodies, the cold slabs, and we can close you inside, and you can feel what it's like. and this gentleman was getting on this metal table, and he ripped ass like, and it vibrated, and he straight up looked at me straight in my eyes, and it's like it was me. I'm like, no shit, really? I was like,
goodness.
that has to be one of my funniest moments. Is that guy right there doing that? I was just like, okay. I was like, thanks. We
Man,
all heard you. But yeah, that's funny. I have a sticker for her. I have a sticker that says, "Don't scare me. I poop easily."
she needs that sticker now. You gotta
She
send
needs
it
that sticker.
to
Yeah, I got to send you that sticker.
I'm gonna have to invest in one of those.
Yeah. But we thank you guys for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
and
Thank you
stuff.
for
Thank
having
you so
us.
much.
Yeah, where can
And
everyone
stuff.
find you?
Yeah, where can everybody find you? What's your
Vanessa,
social?
you can go ahead.
So we're on all different social medias. They're all Facebook is Black Moon Paranormal Society. TikTok is Black Moon, or you can find it under Crystal Pie. Our website is www.blackmoonparanormal.com, where we have all our upcoming events, which we are in the process of planning a really big event in Ontario, Canada. It's classified the Muskokas, where it's an establishment that people have not been able to get in there to investigate, and they finally just opened the doors, the floodgates.
Nice.
So that's going to be announced very soon, and it's going to be happening in November. So anybody that's from Ontario, they're going to want to keep an eye out. Me just saying the Muskokas, they probably guarantee you they'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
So just to correct, the TikTok is Black Moon Paranormal Society. It's not under my name.
I look for
Nope.
you under your name. Oh,
No,
okay.
it's under Black Moon.
Crystal don't want all these people to be at that and her
That's all right.
friends.
Hey, no
She's
shame.
like,
No
"Not
shame.
I do it and just move everybody over. Be like, hey, just go follow this page. And that. But
Yeah,
what was the question
so-
I wanted to ask you? Did you guys hear what is trillium? Trillium?
It's a flower.
Oh, okay.
okay.
It's a
You
flower.
can go to jail if you pick it.
Yeah, that's one of the weirdest the thing.
I am
And
not.
make
if I
sure
ever
you
go to
guys do
Canada-
not remove your band-aids in public.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're heading to
We didn't know
Canada,
that.
Yeah.
if you're heading to Canada, why don't you check out one of their events and go to one of their events in Canada?
Hey, yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
There
you're
you
all
go.
just go. I think maybe when in November.
November 15th is the weekend. We're waiting on the go ahead to drop all details, but it's
Maybe
all
it's,
amazing. There's going to be, ideally, it's going to be like kind of like a convention of different teams and everything.
Maybe.
speakers,
Maybe we'll have to
vendors.
come up.
Maybe we have to go to trip to Canada.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah,
Well,
and
you
it's
definitely
an
can come
establishment
anytime.
that. Pardon?
I said they definitely can come anytime.
Absolutely.
How far you guys drive through, right? You drive down or do you fly?
Both.
Did you fly
Yeah.
to Texas?
We flew to Texas. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fly to Canada. Dad. There's
Yeah.
no
Well,
way we could
Yeah, I
We could
think you
try.
guys are down
drive.
far enough.
Are you
Just out of
kidding me?
curiosity, how much was it to fly to Texas?
Very well. Our money. Remember, our money is a lot more than your money.
Oh, that's right.
So Crystal and I, we paid $550 each return trip.
So
So it'd be
550 is
about
probably about
300.
300.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. That's not too
No, it's not.
bad. But
Yeah.
we do.
But
But
Yeah.
yes, thank you for coming
Thank
on. It was great.
you.
I've been and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll definitely collab, get together. If you haven't, have you followed our group page?
Yes, we have.
Okay, because you
Yes,
can advertise anything you want on our group page,
Yep.
your events or anything like
Yep.
that. If you have anything
Perfect.
going on, you can. That page is there for Pair Unity and to just go on and everything. Everybody that's listening, please go follow Black Moon Paranormal Society. Give them
Thank
some
you.
love too and everything. And we thank you for coming straight from Canada. It was awesome.
Thank you for
Yes.
having us.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate
welcome.
guys.
Been
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
That was
So
so cool.
yes, that was cool.
That's our second and last international.
I know we got to move. Let's look at Australia or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Australia.
Yeah. So just a hint, real quick
Uh,
on the event this past weekend.
do
We're
you
at
want
Ray
me to,
County
can I,
Museum. Go on.
go ahead. Can I hit a couple real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Shadow Seekers Paranormal said hi everyone.
Hello.
Bella said, "Oh, I love doing investigations with y'all. I'm so glad you guys got me into Estes. I'm super glad."
You're really good at it, though. That's a good thing.
Brady said Bella needs to make a snackle box next investigation.
There we
Aunt
go.
Kathy said Angel Island. That's what it was. It was Angel
Oh,
Island.
Angel Island. Thank you, Aunt
Yes.
Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kathy. Angel Island. That's
That's
right.
it. That's all I wanted
That's
to hit
it.
on real quick.
Yes, Bella, you can make a charcuterie board paranormal snack.
Yes.
Yes, and we're definitely going out to get some headphones.
So the
Definitely
event
have
this
to do
past
that.
weekend, would you like to
Yeah.
talk about
So,
that?
yeah, it was. I met Bella was there. Brady was there. Heidi was there. She did. She gave out little gift bags, and stuff. And you can get in touch with me. And I think she has a special up on. She's giving off 50% off right now on her readings. If you mention like
Nice.
Haunted Souls Paranormal or something like that, I believe it's that. And she's doing 50% off
You said
of her
Bella,
readings.
correct?
Yeah, Bella was there. No, I was saying Heidi was doing
Oh,
that.
Heidi. I was like,
Yeah, I put
sorry,
Bella.
you took.
I was just saying Bella was there, and Brandy was
Okay.
there, and Heidi was there, and Christopher, and then we've met some new ones with Becky and Eric, our other couple that always comes and stuff. They just bought tickets to Randolph County,
Nice.
so they're coming there. Yes, we met them last year, and they've come to many of our locations. So, yeah, it was a pretty good night. It was no air conditioning. The air conditioning was on the fritz, so it was kind of muggy
Well,
in there. But we had a good time in there. I talked to Kathy, who runs it. She lives there, and at times, and she wants to do some things. And I think we're gonna do like a day kids
day.
thing, kids day.
There you go.
I was thinking on the 28th, but Maddie's having a 21st
I'm
birthday
having
party.
a 21st birthday party. I turned 21 on the 28th.
A pink disco birthday party.
It's called Pink Out at the Disco.
Pink Out at the Disco. I'm gonna get me some hot
called.
pants, some hot disco pants.
Oh, please do dress up just to success.
I am.
I'm having a pink cowboy hat. We're going all out. I'm getting a cake.
I don't understand why it's so dark on my side today.
I know now I'm like,
it's so dark.
I don't know.
Maybe because is that better? Yeah. Because I had the big screen open. That's why.
Yeah.
I had the big screen open. There you go. I'm so much brighter now.
Yeah. I'm having a Pink Out at the Disco 21st birthday party.
Yeah. So next week's guest is Scott and Santiago Sorella. They're going to be on. We're going to be talking about what's going to happen at the Scared City Paranormal Horror Fest that will be taking place the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Tony Moran's going to be there, which is the original Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
The unmasked Michael Myers. He was the one that was never unmasked. And then he played in a couple other ones. What, the original?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I've never seen a Halloween movie in my life.
I was thinking about having my mask signed. I don't know.
Oh, I think you should do that. I think you should get your shoes and your mask signed.
Yeah, I think my shoes are definitely gonna do it. But one of the Leatherface guys are gonna be there. I
think you should get your Leatherface mask signed.
I don't know about the sign, but the apron. I love my apron.
You love your apron. I would do the mask.
Yeah. I don't know. And then so the one actor from Scream, she's there. So there's some good Walking Dead. Oscar Rodriguez is there from The Walking Dead. Santiago Cirillo from The Walking Dead.
I got a you said Oscar who?
Rodriguez the third. You're looking to see what character he is.
Yep. Keep going.
So yeah, they're gonna be there. Ansley is gonna be there. She's a Michael Jackson impersonator. She'll be there and stuff. And then they're gonna have a big wrestling thing. So like Heath Slater will be there. EC3.
I know who that is.
Santiago's actually wrestling.
Shut up. Is he really?
Yeah, he's wrestling that night.
Oh,
So I
I
think we're
gotta
gonna
see
go
that.
I think we're gonna go the wrestling match. It's only like $13.
We
It's
gotta go
separate
at
from
least.
that.
We gotta at least see Santiago
Yeah,
wrestle.
I mean, it's gonna have like a battle royal. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff there. So we'll do that's a Friday night thing. We have the slasher party, VIP party Thursday night. And then we'll be at the vending thing on Friday and Saturday. So
I know
was
who you're
Oscar
talking about now.
Rodriguez?
Oscar Rodriguez, he was actually he was a zombie, but he's the one that he part of oh my gosh.
What's that thing we
What's
were
it?
talking about earlier? I was like, oh, he's a zombie, but you don't know what zombie he was.
No,
I was in The Walking Dead. I was that zombie that was walking in the woods.
One of the
Whispers.
I think he was, yes, I think so.
I have to look and see. You only watched it to a certain part.
Yeah, I don't. You'll probably know more about who he is.
Yeah, but that's what's going on. And everything for July.
Yeah,
we just got that one event.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's hot here in St. Louis, and it's hot. It's getting hotter and hotter. So
yeah, so we'll have that, and then we'll have Santiago and them, and I believe we're just us that next week, ain't it? Talking about the event, I think so.
Yes, I think that is.
It'll be us.
We're starting to have more. We're starting to have more in our schedule, but just us talking. So sorry about that.
Well, yeah, because
somehow you guys like it.
Yeah, I know, but we're having bigger places to
talk about
that we're gonna need to talk about, like our next investigations and stuff like that. Tickets are still sale for August, which is McIntyre Villa on Friday night, Glore Psychiatric Museum on Saturday, and with your ticket on Saturday, you get a free spirit gallery with Heidi and a reading. That's going to be new to certain things that we do. Don't forget about your ticket. Oh, and then Randolph County on October 31st. We'll be there. Get your tickets. Tickets 31st. Are selling all of a sudden, and stuff. And then on September 21st.
You mean August 31st?
Yeah, August 31st for
you
Randolph
said October.
County.
You said October 31st. I was like,
August 31st for Randolph County. And then September, of course, is our big one. Missouri State Penitentiary. Tickets are selling. We've added Heidi as a rotation, and you'll get a in the rotations, you will get a spirit gallery with her, and she'll be doing readings after the rotation in your free room.
Yeah.
So check that out. That's something added that you don't get at every paranormal investigation. You get a chance to talk to your loved ones. She is legit, 100%. She don't fake nothing. And I've been to 2 of her spirit galleries, and I was just amazed at things that she says that the people don't say, that, you know, they start bawling and crying because she says stuff that she would have never known. And they're like, oh my God, that is my loved one. You know, like the whole lady said, oh, Heidi was like, your mother says, don't worry about your electrical bill. It'll be fine. And the lady just started bawling, and she was like, oh my God, I've been so worried about it and everything. It was kind of cool, but yeah, she's legit. I mean, if you want to talk to your loved ones, you know, you see Heidi. You can also go on Facebook and find Heidi. Like I said, she does readings over the phone, over Zoom, and stuff like that. And you can get 50% off right now with her if you mention Haunted Souls Paranormal. That sounds like a commercial.
I know. Do we need to do like a commercial break? If you're wanting your reading and you're wanting to get it, talk to your loved ones. Go to Heidi Taylor.
Okay. My voice sounds really weird tonight. I don't know. Like very radio-y. I don't think because I'm yelling. I'm talking very low.
You're talking like a normal human being?
No. Not
me. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else, my dear?
No. Thank you all for showing your support this week. And
once again, next week is that's right, Santiago. I keep thinking next week's somebody else.
You keep saying that over and over again.
I know. If anybody wants to be a guest, a co-host, we could do that. If anybody is living in this local area here and wants to be a co-host when Maddie's out of town.
Does anyone want my father? He can have him. You can have him.
Be here.
No, I'm talking about you, mister. You're like, do you have anything to say? and I start saying something, you're like, all right,
Oh,
guys.
sorry.
I said,
Never mind. Go on. What you got to say?
I was just saying, thank you for showing your support this week. Thank you for those who returned. Thank you for the new people who start listening. Hope you come back next week.
What's in the doorway? Just joking.
Don't you dare. I swear I'm going to throw this empty bottle at you from across the room.
We still got to walk downstairs.
I know. Can't wait.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. The new people and the old people. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt Madison when she's doing that.
You're good.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. Coming out on this lovely Tuesday again. I hope everybody's cool sitting in your air conditioner while we sweat doing this for you guys.
But we love
we don't
you,
get
so.
nothing out of it. Yeah. So we sweat and have to deal with the heat here and stuff. So thank you for coming and at least watching. Yes, come. You're gonna if you didn't watch Santiago and our season finale, our second season episode from our finale, go watch that. And
oh my gosh,
you will see his energy.
Tune in next week because it's gonna be fun.
Yes. And then he's gonna be talking about all kinds of stuff, and he's just been on a rant lately on his lives and TikTok. So I cannot imagine 420 wrinkles will probably show up.
Oh, who knows? I'm excited.
Swayze Patrick probably will show up.
If you want to hear us, we're gonna have to put our mics like this far away from us because we're gonna be laughing probably the whole time, like last time.
And Scott's as good as when those two start getting together. It's even worse. So there's any more comments that came up, Maddie? I thought I saw a couple.
Can't wait. No, it's their answer. It was answered.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With that, everybody, love you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching and coming.
Yep.
Go on.
You heard it here, folks.
Stay spooky. Stay